Now let's read papal statements, Ferraris Ecclesiastical Dictionary. The Pope is of so great dignity and so exalted that he is not a mere man, but as it were God and the vicar of God. So there's a papal statement where the papacy claims to be God, just like the Roman emperor claimed to be God. So he says it himself. Pope Leo said, "We hold upon this earth the place of God Almighty."
And the bull Unum Sanctum, put forth by Boniface the Eighth in 1303, says that he is equal with God. And in fact, he is God on earth. I quoted my book. So the Pope, because he believes he's God on earth, he always dresses in white. And that's why every political visitor to the Pope always dresses in black.
How would the papal system be able to infiltrate all other bodies, religious and political, to realize her agenda of global control? In this case, one does not have to look too far to begin to expose the methods and mechanisms by which she would accomplish this task.
So we have this great Hegelian dialectic going on since 1536. When the Jesuit order was founded by Ignatius Loyola, when it was authorized by Pope Paul III in 1514, when it was brought into the papacy, and now we have this war of the Reformation and Reformed countries, including the Bible, which is the foundation for all Reformed countries, warring against the Counter-Reformation, Ignatius Loyola and his Council of Trent, and his hatred for the Bible and getting it out of the hands of the people. The Jesuits had really assumed universal political power by 1750. And the huge fortune that the order was amassing was then used to finance things like the 30 Years' War, to wipe out the Protestants of Europe. And so the Jesuits had this huge, tremendous financial power. They had revived Freemasonry in 1717, which was really the Knights Templars in 1717, through Scotland, because remember the Templars took up residence in Scotland, and so we have Scottish Rite Freemasonry being created, and the high rites, the first 25 degrees of Scottish Rite Freemasonry were written in the College of Clermont in Paris, France, while the Jesuits were overseeing that, and the purpose for the Scottish Rite was to reintroduce the Stuarts back onto the throne of England, because the Stuarts had been expelled, they had been fighting, they had been expelled in 1688, 1689. So the Jesuits revived Freemasonry for the purpose of expanding their temporal power. So by 1750 you have Masons in every court, you have the Jesuit confessors to all the kings.
Well, the origins were from the mind of a person by the name of Ignatius Loyola. Originally it was intended as a counter-Reformation move. They wanted to destroy every aspect of the Reformation, the civilization and the culture that it spawned, the freedoms that were enjoyed by the Reformists, everything that was biblically based. They wanted to eradicate it and eventually papalize or Romanize everyone to come under the authority, ultimately, of the Vatican. The Jesuit oath of the fourth vow, which is the last vow that they take before they become commanders, like the leaders in that, they come right out and state exactly, how they infiltrate any religious group they want. They'll come in pretending to be a Pentecostal, pretending to be a Baptist, pretending to be, anything they want to, and ingratiating themselves into the various congregations, taking the leadership role, and then completely subverting it from the inside.
I now, in the presence of Almighty God and you, my ghostly Father, the Superior General of the Society of Jesus, founded by St. Ignatius Loyola, do by the womb of the Virgin and the matrix of God, and the rod of Jesus Christ, declare and swear that His Holiness the Pope is Christ's Vice Regent, and is the true and only head of the Catholic or Universal Church throughout the earth. Therefore, to the utmost of my power, I shall and will defend this doctrine and His Holiness right and custom against all usurpers of the heretical or Protestant authority, and all adherents in regards that they be usurped and heretical, opposing the Sacred Mother, Church of Rome. I do further promise and declare that notwithstanding I am dispensed with to assume any religion heretical for the propagating of the Mother Church's interest, I do further promise and declare that I will have no opinion or will of my own, or any mental reservation whatsoever, even as a corpse, but will unhesitatingly obey each and every command that I may receive from my superiors in the militia of the Pope and of Jesus Christ. I furthermore promise and declare that I will wage relentless war, secretly or openly, against all heretics, Protestants, and liberals, to extirpate and exterminate them from the face of the whole earth, and that I will hang, burn, waste, boil, and flay, and strangle and bury alive these infamous heretics, rip up the stomachs of the wombs of their women, and crush their infant heads against the walls, in order to annihilate forever their execrable race.
There was no crime too great for them to commit, no deception too base for them to practice, no disguise too difficult for them to assume. Vowed to perpetual poverty and humility, it was their studied aim to secure wealth and power, to be devoted to the overthrow of Protestantism and the re-establishment of the papal supremacy. Every cardinal, archbishop, and bishop in the Catholic Church takes an oath of allegiance to the Pope, in which occur the following words: heretics, schismatics, and rebels to our said Lord, the Pope, or his aforesaid successors, I will to my utmost persecute and oppose.
The secret bodies that have arisen during and since the time Ignatius Loyola established the Society of Jesus, the Jesuit order, are many and complex. The secret societies such as the Freemasons, Illuminati Jacobins, the Rosicrucians, and the notorious Skull and Bones, numerous though they may be, it is the educated belief of many that these organizations are but the servants of the Jesuit order, and thus, naturally, knowingly or unknowingly, the vassals of Papal Rome. The connection between the secret societies and clubs has been well established by many leading researchers.